mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, Jai Shri Ganesh. Let us all focus our minds on this beautiful Pratima, this most beautiful form of Bhagavan Shri Ganesh. As you surrender at his lotus feet, whatever your thoughts are, whatever desires you have within your heart, Shri Ganesh, he is omnipotent. He knows everything about you. To that divine Lord, we bow again and again. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Bappa Moria 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 Re Moria 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 Re Moria Re Bappa 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 Moria Re Ganapati Bappa Moria Mangalamurti Moria 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 Moria Re Bappa Moria Re Moria, Moria, Moria Re, Moria, Moria, Moria Re, Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re, Gajanana Vinayaka, Gajanana Vinayaka, Om Gam Gam Ganapati Gajanana, 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 Om Gam Gam Ganapati Gajanana,
for that beautiful bhajan. At this time, I'll ask Mata DJ to please go forward. welcome our Vyasji. I will ask Julie ji and Vaishali ji to please lead us in Kirtana.
उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् जगवन्दन गाये गणपति जगवन्दन गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
Marta, please come forward to do the opening prayers.
चेतोदर्पणमार्जनम् भवमहदावनिर्वापनम् श्रेयस्कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणम् विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वाधनम् सर्वात्मा स्नपयं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। प्रेम से बोलो व्यास महाराज की, व्यास भगवान की, व्यास महाराज की जय। Over to you.
You may take your seats, Lord. Honorable pundits in our midst, lovers of God, devotees all, I bid you my humble Jai Sitaram and Jai Shri Ganesha. It gives me great joy in welcoming you all to Grace of Divine Shri Durga Devasthanam Shri Ganesh Chaturthi Mahotsavam 2023. We are all here beautifully converged to gain the blessings of Prabhu Shri Ganesha and to be in satsang and to listen to the glories of Ganesha. Binu satasanga viveka na hoi, Rama kripa vina sulap na soi. Beautifully translates to, without satsang, one cannot be righteous. And satsang is the mercy and blessing of God. And satsang is the eternal school of spirituality. So we are extremely blessed to be here. Shri Durga Devasthanam has been hosting Shri Ganesh Chaturthi Mahotsavam here at the Arya Spiritual Center ground for 6 years and for 12 years here in New York. The devotees of Shri Durga Devasthanam and the Shishyas of the Sai Gurukul have worked selflessly and tremendously to bring forth this magnificent event to you all. Please give them a round of applause. To start off our program for this evening, I will ask Behenji Julie to lead us in one kirtana, then we will begin with our Vyashti. Over to Behenji Julie.
जय गणपति सद्गुण सदन मंगल कर न कृपाल विघ्न हरन मंगल करन जय जय गिरिजालाल घर में पधारो घर में पधारो घर में पधारो घर में पधारो गजानन जी मेरे घर में पधारो घर में पधारो गजानन जी मेरे घर में पधारो रिद्धि सिद्धि लेके आकर राजा मेरे घर में पधारो रिद्धि सिद्धि लेके आकर राजा मेरे घर में पधारो घर में पधारो घर में पधारो घर में पधारो राम जी आना लक्ष्मण जी आना राम जी आना लक्ष्मण जी आना संग में राना सीता मैया मेरे घर में पधारो संग में राना सीता मैया मेरे घर में पधारो घर में पधारो गजानन जी मेरे घर में पधारो ब्रह्मा जी आना विष्णु जी आना ब्रह्मा जी आना विष्णु जी आना भोले शंकर की बोलाना मेरे घर में पधारो भोले शंकर जी बोलाना मेरे घर में पधारो 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 गजानन जी मेरे घर में पधारो घर में पधारो गजानन जी मेरे घर में पधारो 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 घर में
Thank you, Benji, for that beautiful bhajan. Devotees, at this time, it is with utmost respect that I introduce our Vyasji for tonight, Panditji Chandran Prasad. Panditji Chandran Prasad followed directly in the footsteps of his father and embraced his religion by becoming a Pandit at the age of 14. His father, Panditji Godit Prasad, a renowned Pandit in the Berbice area, groomed him and brought out great leadership qualities in him, which he took into his community as well as school. From there, he rose into a budding community leader of Hinduism and the culture, which he continues to do to this very day. After he completed high school in Guyana, he went into becoming an English teacher at 2 schools in the area for a total of 6 years. After seeing the need to have young people actively involved in getting to know their faith a bit deeper and to become more empowered and occupied, Panditji founded the Golden Om Dharmic Youth Organization, which acts as an institution to mold young people and to reorient in them, to train them in the Hindu way and to give them a moral, sound foundation and to have them to go in the righteous path in life. Panditji loves what he does, and he does it without any kinds of regrets or despondency. He wholeheartedly believes that having a positive outlook in life, and that with God's power and strength, anything is humanly possible. So without further ado, I present to you Panditji Chandranath Prasad. Please give him a round of applause.
Ati Dhanyavad. Vanaji, I did not realize that you were referring to me. Sisters and brothers, Pandits in our midst here, Pandit Shekharji and all the great Pandits like himself, mothers and fathers, the Utsav Gandharvas who are present here live and direct to recharge this entire divine conducive environment with tons of spirituality, serenity, joy, exuberance. Wonderful devotees who have come from far and near, the different temples gathered here. It is with tremendous love that I say Sadar Pranam to all of you. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Radhe Shyam,
Jai Radhe Shyam.
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
Namaskar,
Namaskar.
Namaste,
Namaste.
Sat Sri Akal, and Jai Sitaram.
Jai Sita.
I feel very much motivated and activated to have had tonight's distinct pleasure to sit on this Vyasa Gadhi, as it were, called a Singhasan, to narrate to you the glories and stories as narrated by all our scholars of our Hindu religion, culture, and civilization. I want to first of all, before I embark on this very wonderful and very beautiful journey charted by God Himself for all of us to participate integrally, I want to commend the Sai Gurukul, which is known as the Durga Devasthan, for putting together this very, very brilliant and wonderful and excellent program, which I think spans for 11 days, nights, of which 5 sessions are held daily. And that is no easy task. It is very Herculean, tremendous and astronomical. And I wish to, on this very pulpit, this Vyas Gadhi, very humbly and commendably and honorably thank Pandit Shekharji and his A-team for having put together this very well organized and orchestrated Ganesh Utsav, which celebrates and which recognizes and commemorates Shri Ganesha's birth. And when I say the word birth, I say very guardedly, Ganesh did not take a human birth through biological insemination. He was created by his mother. So, welcome to all of you. Please give Pandit Shekhar and his wonderful mandir a huge round of applause. The mandir they operate at is located in an area that is sandwiched, as it were, by some business places. And when you enter, you can see the space is totally very limited. You can hardly fit. But besides that, the vision he has is larger than the Pacific, Atlantic, Antarctic, and Indian Oceans put together. A big round of applause for him again and everyone. Pandit Shekharji is a very special son of a dharma, and he has taken our religion to a greater pinnacle, a greater height, a greater accomplishment. He has given it a new dimension, not only in New York metropolitan area, but the other outskirts, the other states of New York and further afield. They are hearing, they are seeing, they are listening very evidently and palpably to see what goes on here, and everyone gravitates towards his personality and all his shishyas and his wonderful executive, financial, and supportive members that constitute and combine and make up his wonderful temple. He is humble, he is simple, yet he has a very powerful vision. And thus, having said all of that, I commend all of you for being here. We are a family. Hum ek parivar hain. We are all one family, united by God's name. And at this moment, I want to invite all of you to bow our heads very sincerely and very solemnly and sweetly as we try to open the doors of our hearts and allow Ganapati's presence to just walk into the portals of our hearts. We bow to him, we imbibe his qualities, we inculcate his actions, we definitely institutionalize in our own hearts his image, that we strive diligently to become the epitome, the pillar, the embodiment of all of Ganesha's superfine, super divine, cosmic, transcendental qualities and inclinations that will mold us, build us, construct us spiritually into a being that reflects awesomely his likeness, his image, his icon, indeed his beautiful murti, and indeed his divine, awesome being. So shall we unhesitantly group our voices together as we Sumirankari, we call upon Lord Ganesha for his Shakti, his blessings, his Ashirvad, his benedictions, his beatitude, his drive, the mental capacity to weather this storm and to have this strong, well-organized character that will make us attract and win his grace. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyaya Namaha, Om Gurubhyo Namaha, Mata Pita Charan Kamal Vibhyo Namaha, Hari Om. Varnanam Artha Sanghanam Rasanam Chandasamapi Mangalanam Chakartaru Vande Vani Vinayaka Om Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dhanti Prachodayat Tanno Dhanti Prachodayat Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Vardhe Kamirupani Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Namastute Vyasa Vishala Buddhi Fularvinda Yatapatra Netraha Yena Tvaya Bharata Tele Purnaha Prajvalito Jnana Maya Pradipaha Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Prem se bolo Vigneshwar Bhagavan ki Jai. Now we have some very wonderful musicians or gandharvas. We have very wonderful singers. And Julie Ji has always been chorusing me, as well as my wonderful sister. Oh, you've gone to study, my dear sister. You can also join them if it's possible. And we have talented musicians, so let us all sing together. सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ, सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ, सुर का ज्ञान सिखा दे माँ, है अंधियार इस हृदय में, सुर के दीप जला दे माँ, सुर के दीप जला दे माँ श्री गुरु चरण सरोज जल निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुवर विमल जसु जो धायक फल चार जो धायक फल चार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देव मुहि हरहु कलेश विकार हरहु कलेश विकार जय हो everyone
सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ सुर का ज्ञान सिखाए माँ दिया इस हृदय में सुर का दीप जला दे माँ सुर का दीप जला दे माँ
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः सुर की
देवी सरस्वती माँ सुर का ज्ञान सिखाए माँ दिया इस हृदय में सुर का दीप जला दे माँ सुर का दीप जला दे माँ
एकदन्ताय विद्महि वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो घण्टी प्रचोदयात् तन्नो घण्टी प्रचोदयात् तन्नो घण्टी प्रचोदयात् सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ
सुर का ज्ञान सिखाए माँ दिया इस हृदय में सुर का दीप जला दे माँ सुर का दीप जला दे माँ
जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होई रमा गणनायक करिवर बदन करहु अनुग्रह सोई रमा बुद्धि राशि शुभ गुण सदन बुद्धि राशि शुभ गुण सदन
सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ
सुर का ज्ञान सिखाए माँ हे अंधियारा इस हृदय में सुर का दीप
जला दे माँ सुर का दीप जला दे माँ
साईश्वराय विद्महि सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो सर्वा प्रचोदयात् तन्नो सर्वा प्रचोदयात् तन्नो सर्वा प्रचोदयात् सुर
की देवी सरस्वती माँ सुर का ज्ञान सिखाए माँ दिया इस हृदय में सुर का दीप जला दे माँ सुर का दीप जला दे माँ
just a few verses. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहलोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमत की संगी विराज सुभेसा कान कुंडल कुंचित केशा कान कुंडल कुंचित everyone सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ
सुर का ज्ञान
Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shanti Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Prem se bolo Saraswati Maharani ki jai. Now, my dear sisters and brothers, tonight's pravachan or katha evolves around Lord Ganesha's appearance, or we can say his birth. So I do not want to bore you, but I want to present live and direct from the very inception, the onset, this beautiful kahani of Lord Ganesha's appearance, his janm, so to speak. So let us all open our ears, as big as his ears are, and try to imbibe and put every single thing that this book called Shiv Mahapuran talks about. Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Shri Brahma Ji bole Om Namo Narayan Namo Namah. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhur Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kant Radha Kakant Namo Namaste. Shri Sut Ji कहने हैं वहाँ किसी अन्य के समान ने कुछ अपनी सिक्यों के वक्त यद्यपि पार्वती के एक बार की अच्छी लगी परंतु अलग ले ही फल में बोले हे भला मुझे और मेरे पति क्या है और इस दोनों के एक से और सभी शिवगण मुझे और सदा शिव में कोई और क्यों है अंतर नहीं समझते वे हम दोनों की से आज्ञाओं के सदा पालन करने हैं। पार्वती जो के वचन सुनकर उनकी सखियों के आगे कुछ नहीं बोले और वहां से चली गई। एक दिन की बात है, देवी पार्वती अपने कक्षा में स्नान कर रही थी। वे नंदी को द्वारपाल बनाकर द्वार पर बैठा कर गई थी। तभी कक्षा में भगवान शिव के प्रवेश हो गया क्योंकि नंदी अपने सराध्या शिव को अंदर आने के रोक न पाए। देवी पार्वती को उस समय बड़ी लज्जा महासुर हुए। इस घटना के उपरांत पार्वती को अपनी सखियों देख ले गए सुझाव का स्मरण हुए है। Now all of this is saying once upon a time high up in the Himalayan mountain range called the beautiful city of Kailash Parvat resides the world's first family, Bhagwan Shiva and his wonderful, amazing Parivar. Parvati, Bhagwan Shiva, as well as their two beautiful, wonderful sons, Kartikeya and Ganapati or Ganesha. They have always been happy, they have always lived well, and they have been surrounded by beautiful followers called Shivagan and Sakhyo, or the companions and the associates of Parvati Ma. But most of the time, Bhagwan Shiva is not at home, as is the regular scene in every home where the wives are at home and they do almost every single thing. But Shiva, he has gone on errands. He has many things to do. Here, Bhagwan Shiva represents the masculine power of the home. The fathers or the brothers or the male counterparts of their home, according to Shiv Puran, they have their own responsibilities, their own cut out areas of work. Their main purposes is to fend for the family, according to Shiv Mahapuran. Their main duty is to make the family very stable, to protect the family, to defend the family, to go out and work, and to make the family happy, progressive, and to give protection to the family. And this is exactly what Lord Shiva is doing. He has gone out to fight many wars because as Bholenath, his main mission is to protect the world, protect the earth, protect Dharma, protect all of his followers, the citizens, all the planets, all the galaxies, and all living beings, all the gods and goddesses depend on Bholenath because he's all powerful. He's called Mahadev, and that is his main universal fatherly duty and responsibility to bring peace to the world, to destroy, uproot, and remove all traces of evil forces like daityas or demons and demonesses, and to protect Dharma and the citizens of the world. So here Lord Shiva, he knows his responsibilities, he knows what he has to do. The question is, do we as sons and husbands and brothers know our cut out responsibilities? Are we, brothers and sisters, striving diligently to fulfill, to satisfy or satiate or respond to our own duties as described by the Shastras, as given to us by God? Each one of us, when we were born, we just did not happen to be born haphazardly. We came with coded information from our souls, or in our souls, what we will be, what will happen to us, what will be our responsibilities, what will be our inclinations, our proclivities, our qualities, and all of that. We came from the past. We are product of the past. Hence, we are born according to the dictates of our past karmic accounts, our actions and reactions. So each one of us, as we sit here, brothers and sisters, we are either enjoying or we are in a despondent state because of our own actions from the past. Now, Parvati, after Lord Shiva had gone, she put Nandi, the most trusted servant of Lord Shiva, to guard the palace of Bhagwan Shiva and Parvati Ma. Because she wants her privacy. And so whenever she would take her bath, her snan or shower, she felt a little intimidated or insecure, as all women are. They need protection, they need guidance, they need security. And this is our responsibility as husbands, as sons, as brothers, and all of that. Our duty and responsibility is to protect brothers and sisters. When a God child is born, she is, according to the Shastras, she is under the protection of her father and mother. As she grows bigger, she's protected by her brother. As she gets married, she is under the protection or the protective shield and armory of her husband. When she begets children, she's always under the protection of her son. And when she gets older and she has grandsons, she is under the protection of her grandsons. If she has never been married and hence has not got progeny or issues or offspring, she is always under the protection of elders of society or the government or the king or the president of a country, the Raja. So our Dharma tells us that where women are protected and secured, the nation prospers and progresses. And mark my words, any nation that does not treat its women good or properly, it's a nation that perishes, punishes, declines, and always in a state of anarchy, a state of conflict, wars and controversies. So Shiv Puran tells us, Ramayana tells us, Gita tells us, Shastras tell us, all our wonderful Upanishads come together collaboratively and collectively and tell the universe that where women are not treated with respect, with proper decorum, dignity and decency, the entire country and the whole world fails. Every single thing in that society will fail. Education will fail. The financial status will fail. The military will fail. Every branch of government, every dimension and parliament or paradigm of civilization will crumble if our Nadis, our Lakshmis and Sitas and Saraswatis are not guided and protected. So Sri Parvati Mata, she also finds herself in this imminent predicament that now her husband, who is supposed to guide her, protect her, now he has gone rightfully on some important errand. And so she felt she's left alone. And so she puts Nandi there. But every time Nandi sees his master come, as he has to do legally and legitimately, he bows to Shiva and he overwhelms and overrides. He disregards the agya, the instructions of Parvati Mata, and allows Shiva to enter. Hence, her penance and her snan is totally disturbed, and she feels agitated, annoyed, angry, and she feels very much vexatious because someone is let into her home. She's not annoyed with Shiva entering the house because Shiva is her husband. He has all the rights to enter any time, any moment. He is not annoyed with Lord Shiva, her husband, entering. But with whom is she annoyed? With Nandi, because Nandi has broken his promise. He took a vow to guide her. And see, when you take promise, like Gita says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya taratmanam shrajamiham. Krishna, he made the first vow, and he wants all of us that whenever we make a promise, especially to Bhagavan, to Parvati Ma, to the universal mother, he did not promise an ordinary soul, that's Nandi. He promised Parvati Ma to protect her. And yet, he did not upkeep, he did not follow her instructions. My dear brothers and sisters, now let us see what happens. Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya,
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya,
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya,
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya,
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Ganapati Bappa Moria.
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Ganpati Bappa Moria.
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya,
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya.
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Ganapati Bappa Moria.
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Ganpati Bappa Moria.
तब औरों के सोचने मेरा भी कोई ऐसे सेवक होने चाहिए जो कार्य कुशल हो और मेरे आज्ञा के सदैव पालन करे, अपने कर्तव्य से कभी भी विचलित नहीं है। ऐसा विचार करने के उन्हें अपनी शरीर के मैल के शुभ लक्षणों के युक्त उत्तम बालक की विचार करने, उन्हों अपनी शरीर के मैल के शुभ लक्षणों है रचनी की, वह बालक शुभ संपन्न महा पार्वती जी के ने अंडरे वस्त्र और आभूषण से विभूषित करने और के उनके आशीर्वाद किए। पार्वती ने कहा कि तुम मेरे पुत्र हो। जय गणराया श्री गणराया जय हो। जय गणराया श्री गणराया गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बाप्पा
मोरया।
प्रेम से बोल गणेश भगवान की जय। So this thing that is called trust, it is broken now. Nandi, his trust in Parvati Ma is intact, but her trust in him is shattered and broken. What this foretells us, this thing that is called trust or vishwas in someone, if it is broken, it cannot be mended. Just like a mirror, where it is broken, it can be fit together, but the indentations, the markings, you can see the dismembered parts of the mirror still not looking nice. So friends, trust is something that is divine. And when someone has trust in you, it means that is equivalent to they having prayers in you. So never betray your trust or someone's trust that they have in you. Never break your promise. And always hold your words. If you give someone your words, never break it, my dear brothers and sisters, because that is very important. Man must not only live by his actions, but man must live by the dictates of his words, his promise, his vachan. This is what Ramayana says. That is what Dashrath is saying to all of us, my dear brothers and sisters, that your life can go, your wealth can go, every single thing that you have can go. But when you give someone your words, because God made man through words, man was made by God, and God, He instilled life through the prana called Om in man's life. And when man loses his life, brothers and sisters, it is God that will give back his life. According to Shiva Mahapuran, after Nandi disappointed his mother, Parvati Ma, what did she do? She says, you know what? I will make my own child, my own son. And what did she do? She invoked her Matri Shakti, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matri Shakti Rupena Samstitha Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Everybody can join me. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matri Shakti Rupena Samstitha Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. She had a huge basin of water, Ganga Jal. And you know, Ganga Jal is no ordinary water. It is the embodiment of divine Shakti and power. She just did not take rainwater or water from the pipe or the top or the pond or the river. She brought Ganga Jal from the Ganges and she puts it into a huge basin, and she gathers very divine herbs and shrubs, and she mixes it with haldi or turmeric dye, and she washes her hands. Why she washes her hands first? Because she creates with her hands. She's the creator of the world. Every single thing that you see has been created by her hands. Here she's teaching man. Man, you must have hands of instructions, hands of construction. creativity. You must not use your hands to destroy, to demolish, to break, to tear apart, to destroy, to decimate. Your duty is to create bridges. Your duty, your main purpose is to build friendship. Your duty is to make good things. Your duty is to plant beautiful trees and flowers so that people can enjoy. Your duty is to use your hands to give charity. Kar agre vasate Lakshmi, karmale Saraswati, karmale tu Govindam, prabhate kar darshanam. A very beautiful prayer, my dear brothers and sisters. You have to use your body, use your energy, your thoughts, your thinking power, your vision, your vakya, your words, your mouth, your feet. Your entire body is a gift from God, and you should use your feet to come to places where His names are uttered and muttered, where you can gain salvation, where you can gain wisdom, where you can gain elevation, where you can make yourselves better, you can make yourself more receptive, brothers and sisters, where you can find faults with no one. This is called satsang. Satsang really means where I become wise like those who are wise. Satsang means where I come and I find no fault. Satsang means where I come and I improve myself and I have others improve with me. Satsang is where I only pray and focus on God. I do not focus on other people's problems, what they do, what they wear, where they go, how they look, and what are their actions day and night. My duty is not to be bothered with what people do. My duty is to be bothered with me, how I can improve myself, how I can be motivated, I can gravitate to chanting God's name, how I can be able to make malas and garland gods and goddesses, how I can be able to get myself indulged or participate in rituals and puja and havan and meditation and concentration and find time enough to find time for God, to give God most of my time, not to give God part of my time, some of my time. Whenever I am not busy, then I find to God. No, brothers and sisters, here you must find time. The most time you must give to Bhagwan. And how do you give? It's important to divide your time. Time for work, time to family, time to this, time to achieve your dreams, and time for Bhagwan. My contention is you should give Bhagwan. How many times you should give Bhagwan? What lot of time you should give Bhagwan? Anyone knows the answer? As long as you're alive, give God all your time. Here Devi Parvati, although she's left alone, she is not gossiping, she's not entertaining negative thoughts for both men and women. This lecture is for her. She uses her time very sparingly, very wisely. She did not call over neighbors to discuss about the other neighbors' affairs or difficulties or the other neighbors' life. Parvati says she's alone. It is better to be alone. To be alone does not mean you're lonely, you know. Mark the difference. To be alone never means you're lonely. To be alone means you entertain good thoughts about Ganesha, Saraswati Ma, Lakshmi Ma, how I can be their reflection, their chaya. I can imitate, I can imbibe, I can follow their paths, their footsteps. When you come to satsang, you know what you're doing? You are not driving away yourself from God, brothers and sisters. Everybody say after me, I am here.
I am here.
Again, I am here.
I am here.
Not to impress
Not to impress
God's feelings,
God's feelings,
but to express
but to express
my feelings
my feelings
to God. So please know the difference tonight, the purpose you are here. Your duty, your mission, your purpose of being in the satsang is not to impress God's feelings, but to express your feelings to God. And if you can do that, if you can gravitate towards that, your life will not only be good, your life will not only be better, it will be the best, because you will live in His image. You will bathe yourselves. You will allow yourselves to become showered and serenaded by His blessings and His presence, and He will guide you. If you always, brothers and sisters, follow God's principles, and even if sometimes you forget to think about Him, He will not forget about you. That is important. Not all times you may remember God, but if you install Him in your image, in your heart, His image with sincerity, and you always praise to Him, but sometimes you forget about Him, not deliberately, He will remember you because He knows you're sincere. And everything you do, everywhere you go, it will be a worship. If you are conversing with someone about God, that's called worship. If you are leading someone in the path of righteousness, that's worship. That's called puja. Puja does not necessarily mean that taking a shower, sitting before the altar, doing meditation, or prarthana, or puja with pool or flowers, with agarbatti, incense, and kapoor, and doing arti. That's just part of puja. The real puja is that how you can transform and change another person's life. If you have done so, you have fulfilled the commands and demands of your prarthanas, your puja, your sadhana, your rituals, your havan. Your existence has found its purpose if you have been able to change one person out of the 7 billion peoples scattered living on the surface of the earth. If you were able to have changed one of them, you would have, as if you had fulfilled and you have converted 7 billions of peoples living on the world. Even if all of them were bad and you were able to change one, it is equivalent of changing all of them, brothers and sisters. So here we are told that Devi Parvati, then she took the dirt of her body and then she carved and she made a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby boy. And do you know 2 names Ganesh got? His first name, she calls him, brothers and sisters, anybody knows the first name of Lord Ganesha? Everybody say Vinayak. Say that, Vinayak. And Ganesha. Now why did she call Ganesha, the first name was Vinayak? Vina means without. You know, like Binu Satastan, without the grace of God, you cannot be happy and wise. So Vinayak means, Nayak means man, a hero. And Bina means without. Ganesha is born without the male intervention, without the father being present. His mother alone made him, as it were. She brought him into life. And this is Hinduism at its greatest here. Hindu Dharma is the first religion that tells the world that there is miraculous birth, like Jesus was born miraculously. That was only 3,000 years ago. Krishna Bhagwan, Sri Ram, they all were born, or they all appeared miraculously. Ganesh also was born miraculously millions of years ago, and we taught the world that. We choose to tell the world how great this religion is, my dear brothers and sisters. Now Parvati Mata, she uses all her divine Shakti and she made this beautiful Balak Ganesha. He was so beautiful, he had rosy cheeks. He also had a big tummy. His ears were so nice and beautiful, curly hairs, cheeks beautiful. And he was handsome beyond description. And she puts all her energies into this little Balak. Let us temporarily pause here. Brothers and sisters, you may not know, but our mothers, they carry all the Shaktis within their bodies. Here, Parvati, she infuses her life prana into Ganesha's body. Not only that, she puts all her love. You see how important this is? How children are able to grow? For children to grow properly, it does not depend upon God or the government or any agency. It all happens in the ghar, in the home, in the parivar. Here, Parvati is teaching all of us how great mothers are. When a child is born, you see that instantaneously when Ganesha was created, she puts love into his mind. She puts compassion into his mind. She puts respect for elders right away. She did not wait until Ganesh to grow up. Right away, she puts all the divine qualities. She taught him how to treat people, how to treat elders, how to bow to Guru and treat Gurus and Acharyas and those men of intellect, those men of Jnanam. Right away, he taught Ganesh the importance of prayers, of meditation, of doing good to society, of following parental instructions. She created him and told him the first instruction she gave him after putting all these great qualities in his heart. The first instruction she gave is, take this stick and you will become a Dwarpal and you will guard this beautiful palace. Parental instruction first. If you can follow your parents first, you will follow your Guru. You will follow the president. You will follow your elders. You will follow those who will guide you. You will follow society in a good sense. But if you cannot follow your parents, you cannot obey their laws and commands, their morality, their commands, their directives, their directions, their instructions, their values. If you cannot do what they tell you to live a life that is good and righteous and religious and prayerful and dutiful, you cannot make it in the world. Forget about Binu Satasang Vivek Nahui. Just put that temporarily. That's just Ramayana. Importantly, you have to. This is not just a bylaw. This is not an obligation. This is not just a duty. This is not just a responsibility. This is a direct command from God. This is His command. And you must follow that, my dear brothers and sisters. Darshan do Ganeshamunat more Akhiya pyasi re. Darshan do Ganesha. मन मंदिर की मूर्त तेरी घट घट बासी रे दर्शन दो त्वमेव माता पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बंधु शस्का त्वमेव ॐ श्री गणेश ॐ श्री गणेश त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव ॐ गणपति भगवान की जय. Now this is important. I will always maintain that mothers, this is the dictate of the universe and all the scriptures, whether the Holy Bible, Quran or the Gita, and I bow to that. I'm a father, but I'll tell you that between mother and father, mother is a little greater, a little higher than the father. Why? Because she brings life into the child. And I'm 100% sure and certain all men across the globe will unanimously enjoin me to make this universal and profound declaration and proclamation that it is a fact. Even Lord Shiva says that. Even Sri Ram says that. That is why Tvam Eva Mata. In this verse taken from one of the Upanishads, Tvam Eva Mata, mother comes first, then father. Father, don't get me wrong, father has his own responsibilities. Again, I say this, his own authority. At least you cannot override or supersede your father's authority, his presence, the commands of the father. But mothers are very important. It so happened, after creating Lord Ganesha, Ganesh is there now, guiding the door. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. While guiding the palace, who comes? Bholenath. As he's making his strides, his feet trumpet the universe, waters raise, the stars blink as it were and twinkle, the moon bows to Shiva, the sun comes and loses its beauty, bowing to Shiva. All the mountains bow to him, all the gods and goddesses bow to him, except who? Ganesh. Because Ganesh did not recognize who this gentleman is. And he says, who are you? In a very nice tone of voice. See, Ganesh, he doesn't know the stranger, but yet he did not boastfully and arrogantly say, who are you? You cannot enter. He says, who are you? Aap kaun hai? Shiva says, who are you? He says, I am Ganesh and my mother's name is Parvati. He was struck. He was surprised to hear Ganesh saying that, brothers and sisters. Because of time factor, I will just see the story for giving you the gist or the crux of the matter, the philosophical standpoints. So Ganesh says, you cannot enter because my mother is taking a snan, a bath, and hence I have been authorized by her not to allow anyone, whoever it may be, it could be the gods themselves, I will not allow. And Shiva's speak to Nandi, saying to Nandi, just tell this little boy who I am. Nandi went and whispers, he's Shiva. His first name is not Shiva. His first name is not Bholenath. His first name is not Bhairanath. His first name is Bhutanath. He is the Lord of Destruction. He's called Rudra. Even the ghosts are afraid of him. Hence he's called Bhutanath. Just allow him to enter, otherwise he will be destructive and he will destroy you. And he says, I don't really know and care who he is, but my duty is to protect my mother's privacy. And brothers and sisters, what happened? There was a little scuffle between Shiva, but Shiva did not want to harm this boy. So he called on the Ganas, he called on the great gods like Lord Vishnu and Brahma to just tell this little boy who he is and to allow him passage and entry in the palace. But Ganesh would not give. See how important he holds on to his mother's words. Parental vachan, mata pitao vachan. Importantly, brothers and sisters. And what happened? Because when Ganesh said, Mom, if someone attacks me, what do I do? Mother says, say Jai Mate, and this stick I give you, you don't have to do anything. This stick will beat all of them. He's going to molest and insult and bash all of them. And when all the devatas were soundly trashed, then Lord Vishnu, he came on his Vahan, his vehicle, Garuda, and Garuda snatched the stick of Lord Ganesh, a little Balak, 5-year-old boy. And what happened? Shiva took his Trishul, decapitated, he severed. Please note my language. He did not kill Ganesh. He is most compassionate. He is an ascetic. He just came from meditation. How come an ascetic, a man of meditation, instantaneously lose? How could he lose his cool and forget all his penance? He just came from penance and is about to enter. And now, from being an ascetic, he now becomes like a very venomous, raging man. And he took his Trishul and he decapitated. He did not kill, but he severed the head. Parvati, she sends, you see, the mother instinct kicks in here. All mothers know. No matter how far children are, when a child is in danger, the mother has her own natural instinctive intuitive power to know when children are in danger. And she senses something wrong is happening. And to her astonishment, friends, when she went out, she saw Ganesh lying with blood smeared all of his body. And she knows what happened. And she says, whoever did that, the entire world, because my son is destroyed, I as a mother, I'm going to destroy this entire world by taking the form of Kali and Durga. When the gods heard that, they began to pacify. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalani Durga Chama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadhana Mostute Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. And when the entire globe heard the thunderous, powerful, potent, and life-threatening voice of Parvati Ma. Parvati means peace, but do not interfere with her child. She became very ravenous, and as she was about to devour the entire globe, even all the devatas, they were scared of her. They went and bowed and said, ask any boon. Then she says, first boon, my son Ganesha must become the head of all the Ganas, hence Ganesha. Now he is going to be given the name, the crown, a title. Because innocently this boy is carrying out his duties. When you carry out your duties for God, for Devi, for Durga, for Kali, for Bhairava Baba, for Satya Sai, and people accuse you innocently, call you name, when people try to give you basket to fetch water, when people try to bring you down, there is a higher reward. Ganesh was an ordinary child, blessed by his mother, and now his head got severed by his own father. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing when an own father can kill or destroy his own child. It's a terrible sight for a mother to witness that. It's not an easy thing. And so what? Then Lord Shiva says, oh Devi, I'm going to restore his head. Then Bhagwan Shiva sends his Trishul, saying, go towards the northern direction. Why north? Because the south is where Yamraj dwells. He has just severed the head of Ganesh. Why would he deal with Yamraj now? He has to go and deal with something positive. Lord Shiva, he is always centered in the northern direction. That is why when you pray and you throw dhar to Lord Shiva, you must throw dhar to the east, or if you are throwing to Lord Shiva, to the northern direction. All the gods and goddesses, east, Bholenath to the northern direction. The north represents life, stability. There is a nakshatra called the Dhruva nakshatra, which is this nakshatra of stability, peace and joy and direction and focus. And this Trishul was sent to the heavenly region, Akash. Not an ordinary elephant in the jungle, as some will say, not a jungle, but his head was brought from Airavata, one of the elephants of Indra, and set or placed on Ganesha's body, his torso. Here you learn, brothers and sisters, that this is the first time in human history that an operation, a surgery, a procedure was done. The entire medical modern field learned to do that by reading the Shiv Mahapuran about attaching a head to the body. They said if we can attach a head to a body, we can do heart surgery. We can do any kind of surgery to anybody to heal them. So here the world has learned the first surgery performed is when Lord Shiva attached the head of an elephant to the trunk or the torso or the neck of Ganesh, and he became alive again. Very quickly, she says also, everybody is going to love my child. You know, no parents want their child to be mocked up, to be loved. They want the best for the child. And that is why when Ganesha was being made, she dreamt or dreamt of Ganesh becoming a great scholar, a stalwart, a powerful son, or a powerful child. All parents, especially mothers, dream that when you're bathing your child, when the child is now born, you're saying this child will be this child will be that. Poor child does not know what it will become, but that is your dream. And all your dreams and energies and shakti and powers and potencies and good thoughts and good ideas and ideologies and shakti and your good thinking and your emotions and sentiments and sensations, all of this is going to create and carve the child. And when the child grows, sometimes the child is not taught by anybody. You are the first teacher of the child, brothers and sisters. So very importantly, then she says, all of you here, Brahmaji, Vishnuji, Indra, Agni, Vayu, Yamaraj, all the gods and goddesses must bless my son, that in the entire world, not even Shiva's prayers, but Ganesha's prayers must first be done. And they blessed him. Why an elephant? Why not a lion's head, a snake's head? Why not a cobra's head? Why not a tiger's head? Not a jaguar's head, but an elephant. An elephant's head. You see, the elephant is the wisest of all animals, number one. Number two, the elephant has the capacity to remember. The very first day an elephant is born until the elephant dies, it has the greatest or the longest memory. Number three, elephants stick together. They socialize better. Number four, they can communicate messages from far distances. Like I said, they have the greatest memory bank. Animals and the elephants, they have feelings and emotion. The elephant can use its trunk to take a needle from a haystack. Elephants can bulldoze a pathway, can clear the pathway. And so many great, that is why elephant is strong. No one can stand in front of an elephant. It's wiser, is wisest and strongest, most powerful and socially correct. They group together. They always operate in a group or a team spirit. Team spirit is always there, brothers and sisters. And elephants cry when you're in pain, or even another elephant has died, it cries, brothers and sisters. So the story of the birth of Lord Ganesha is important. Ganesha's birth is your very birth, as I conclude, brothers and sisters. It's your birth. It is your existence. The birth of Ganesha means your rebirth. Now, importantly, remember, Ganesha was formed from his mother's external body, not internal. So he needs a second birth. All of us need a second birth, spiritual birth. In another religion, they talk about a second birth. They got it from Hinduism. When a child is christened or a child is given the Upanayan Sanskar, the Janev, males as females are supposed to get christened. That second birth is called spiritual birth. Our religion is a world-class teacher. It teaches every single thing to the world, brothers and sisters. Very quickly and crisply, when you look at Ganesha, he has a broken tusk. When he was writing the Mahabharata for Ved Vyasji, Ved Vyas asked him to write, but you must not stop. It so happened that his pen ran out of ink and he broke his tusk and he began to write comprehensively the entire Mahabharata. This is the spirit of all of us we should have. No task must be too big for us, especially when doing it for Bhagavan. If no one is seeing what you're doing, he has a camera to see what you're doing for him. Do it fearlessly. Karmane vadika raste maphale shukadachana, says Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Do what you have to do, whether for God or for humanity. Do it for reward, without reward. Karmane vadika raste maphale shukadachana. Do it for Krishna, do it for Ram, do it for Sai Baba, do it for all the gods and goddesses, and your life will be transformed. Do it fearlessly, but don't do it. Everybody say, I will do it fearlessly, but not carelessly. Right? Remember the one? Fearlessly, but not carelessly. Ganesh has a bowl of modaks, but he doesn't eat it. That represents goodness, good qualities. Whatever you own, you have it to share. He's not using it, but he's sharing it. He's sharing his wealth. He's sharing his knowledge. He's sharing his qualities and every single thing he has, brothers and sisters. So, Ganesha, his puja is done first. And why puja is done first? The man of wisdom in any society, of divine wisdom, he must first be adored. He's the teacher of society. All professions have to bow to the teacher, whether the president, the doctor, the clergyman, the lawyer, the magistrate, the ordinary folks. Everybody depends upon the teacher to train the children to become somebody. That is why Krishna Bhagavan says in Gita, a man of wisdom is my very self. So, brothers and sisters, thank you for listening. I had so much prepared tonight. I have another half katha, but we leave it for another time. This story is good enough. I had already prepared something about Kuvera, but we started a little late tonight because of so many things had to be done. So I do not want to just infringe too much on my timing. Thank you very much. Let us bow heads in prayers as we pray to Lord Ganesha to bless my dear, wonderful young Wilden Pandit, Pandit Shekharji, a man of his words, a man of wisdom. He may have small eyes for good reasons, but his eyes are well focused on his mission, his plan, and the Sai organization of Atlantic Avenue is one of a kind, where you can always feel comforted, where you can feel satisfied, where both spiritual and material hunger can be well fed, and love and joy and cooperation and trust and happiness really dwell perennially and permanently. Thank you, Honorable Pandit Shekharji. We will follow you, we'll emulate you, and there will be the birth of not only Ganesha, but there will be many birds like Pandit Shekharji to spread this Vedic high standard principles of Dharma in our community and society, and all the beautiful members of his team and Mandir. God bless all of you, great, wonderful souls. Om गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बूफलसारोभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादुपङ्कजम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सर्ववीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै मा विद्विषावहै. O Lord Ganesh, please bless everyone with wisdom, with freedom, and so that we can always have our kingdom as your kingdom in our heart. Bless everyone with long life, with joy, happiness, prosperity. Bless their families, their children, and bless all the temples of the entire world, and all Hindus as well as non-Hindus. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hari Om. प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो सनातन धर्म की, प्रेम से बोलो सत्य साई गुरुकुल की, प्राण क्षेत्र की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की. Thank you very much. Back to our MC.
Please give Ganesh a round of applause. Vyasdev beautifully narrated the distinct birth of Sri Ganesha. He expounded intricately on our scriptures and elaborated on the importance of self-reflection. Our duties, our responsibilities, our lives should be in tune with that of God. We should imbibe righteous qualities in our lives. And when we do that, our lives will be in total ecstasy with that of the divine. So thank you, Panditji, for gracing Sri Durga Devasthanam's third session of Sri Ganesh Chaturthi Utsavam, and may the divine blessings of Sri Mahaganapati always flow through you. Devotees, at this time, we will now engage in beautiful kirtanas. In our midst, we have our vibrant Pitaji Pablo. I ask of him to please come forward and make his rendition.
Respected Panditji, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, Jai Shri Ganesh. Let us all focus our minds on this beautiful Pratima, this most beautiful form of Bhagavan Shri Ganesh. As you surrender at his lotus feet, whatever your thoughts are, whatever desires you have within your heart, Shri Ganesh, he is omnipotent. He knows everything about you. To that divine Lord, we bow again and again. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hari Om. Bappa Moria, Moria, Moria Re. Moria, Moria, Moria Re. Moria Re, Bappa 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 Moria Re. Ganapati Bappa बापा मोरिया रे गजाननाथ नायका नाथ नायका ओम गं गं गणपति गजानना 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 मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे 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 गजानना विनायका गजानना विनायका ओम गं गं गणपति गजानना ओम गं गं गणपति गजानना मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे 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 मोरिया रे मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया मोरिया रे मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया हे दामोदर मोरिया सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया हे दामोदर मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे 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 गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे 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 गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा 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 मोरिया रे मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया मोरिया रे मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया मोरिया रे मोरिया गणपति बाबा मोरिया प्रेम तो श्री गणेश भगवान की
Thank you, Panditji, for that beautiful bhajan. At this time, I'll ask Mata Detailing to please come forward.
गौरी के ललनवा हो गणपति देवा हो गौरी के ललनवा हो गणपति देवा पहले पूजा तुम्हारी हो गौरी के ललनवा पहले के ललनवा
Thank you, my Charlie, for that beautiful, beautiful bhajan. At this time, I will now ask Rabiji to please render us the bhajan, which then will stand.
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवन् भवानी सहितं नमामि। बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। जटा में गंगा धारी, जूत जटा में गंगा धारी, त्रिशूल धारी, डमरू बजाए त्रिशूल धारी, डमरू बजाए, दम 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 डमरू बजाए। गूंजता हो नमः शिवाय, गूंजता हो नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओ हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, साई ओम नमः जूत जटा में गंगा धारी, जूत जटा में गंगा धारी, त्रिशूल धारी, डमरू बजाए त्रिशूल धारी, डमरू बजाए, दम 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 डमरू बजाए। गूंजता हो नमः शिवाय, गूंजता हो नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, साई ओम नमः शिवाय, साई ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय।
Thank you, Raji, for that beautiful bhajan. Devotees, for our last bhajan, I will ask Bhaiji Rajji and Ashwinji to please come forward and make their rendition.
देवा जय 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 गणपति देवा, जय 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 गणपति देवा, जय 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 गणपति देवा, जय 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 गणपति देवा। माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा, जय 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 गणपति देवा, गजानना भूतानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे लम्बोदरा Om Gangapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Baba Moria. With clasped hands and closed eyes, adorations to the lotus feet of Mahaganapati, the one that removed the obstacle of dark forces from our life. Hey Bhagavan, we honor you with love and devotion. We ask that may you negate all the demonic forces from our life and help to radiate that light of spirituality, simplicity. We pray for your guidance and we ask for one peace. May your blessing radiate in the heart of everyone who are here tonight. Together, we pray for peace. Om Asatoma Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Samasta Loka Samasta Loka Samasta Loka. Om Paramam Pavitram Paramam Vichitram Paramatraishtaram Baba Vibhuti. Om Dhyau Shanti Antarikshagum Shanti Prithvi Shanti Apa Shanti. Shanti Shanti Deva. Shall we all surrender to Bhagavan? Om Guru Brahma Guru Deva Guru Sakshat उमापति महादेव की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, अयोध्या राम लखन की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, काशी विश्वनाथ महादेव की, श्री भगवती दुर्गा माता की, श्री श्री भगवान सत्य साई नाथ जी की। मंगल मूर्ति गणपति बप्पा, मंगल मूर्ति गणपति बप्पा, जय बोलो गजानन भगवान की।
Being here tonight, and may the divine blessings of Sri Mahaganapati be resided within every pore of our beings. Please do join us tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. for Sri Ganesh Puja, Havan Yagya and Mangal Arti, 9 a.m. for Sri Ganesh Abhishekam and Archanam, 2 p.m. for Havan Yagya, 6 p.m. for Naivedyam and Dharma Satsang, and at 7 p.m. for Divine Pravachan by our dear Panditji Yogeshwar Narayan, followed by Arti. Not forgetting our Sri Ganesh Ratha Yatra or parade on Sunday, September 24th at 1 p.m. on Liberty Avenue from 123rd Street to 133rd. Devotees, at this time, I would like to thank our sponsors for the third session of Sri Ganesh Chaturthi Utsav, the beautiful array of Matajis here at the front. I thank you, Matajis, for sponsoring this evening, and may the divine blessings of Sri Mahaganapati continue to reside with all of you. Anyone who would like to say a few words?
Sister Jenny.
I invite Mataji Jenny to please come forward and make her contribution.
Pranam and Sitaram. I'm sure we all will agree that we all are blessed to have set our foot in this holy pilgrimage today. I'm so happy and fortunate that we could have joined this wonderful organization that has done so much for us, that has allowed us, myself, my family, Ray Khan and family, Cassandra Prasad, Annette Gobind, Farida Suknandan, Sabita Samwar, Chandra Singh, Indira Raman, Shanta Brijmahan. Thank all of them for sponsoring this session. I'd first like to say thank you to our Vyasji for so eloquently and superbly expounding his divine translation and interpretation of the scriptures. I'm sure we've all heard the story of Ganesh Baba and his birth, but you very well put it through with us where there was so much knowledge that was given to us today. I'm sure we're all walking away with more than we walked through the doors with. Lastly, I want to thank this organization for putting this together, for allowing us. There are 11 evenings of the Sri Ganesh Chaturthi Utsav, 11 evenings, but a lot of sessions. And in those sessions, there's a lot that it's incorporated. To put this together, you have to, there's a lot that needs to be done. The tent, the stage, just every day having all these sessions. And I normally don't do this, but I'm gonna ask if, today we have something new on the stage, and that is a box there. Anything, I would like you all to give generously, but at this point, even no matter what you give, even if it's $1 self, if you could put something in the box, it would help to further Guruji and his organization and all of us to have more things like this. So please, I do ask that you do see that box and just give whatever little you have and whatever you can afford at this time. And thank you all for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow. Jai Sitaram.
Thank you, Matajis, for sponsoring tonight, and Raji Khan. Devotees, this brings an end to tonight's session of Sri Ganesh Mahotsavam, and we do hope to see you tomorrow for a packed-filled program. To reiterate, you're more than welcome to take darshan and offer your prarthnas in our Yageshala. And again, I kindly ask of you all to please be mindful and respectful. At this time, we'll take one bhajan by Bhaiji Vivek, and then you may come up to take Archie and Prasadam, and Bhojan is prepared at the back. Thank you. Jai Sitaram.